Hi, my name is Dave from the PIRT Institute. This video introduces PIRT Institute's beauty treatments of quantum face reprogramming and beauty PRT. These treatments aim to initiate a restoration of our well-being and our beauty, naturally, by liberating our body's inborn ability to rejuvenate itself, giving us a renewed sense of happiness, ease, and youthfulness. By beauty, we mean that it includes our facial expressions, our eyes, our facial symmetry, our bone structure, so more than just our skin. Our treatments are different from some other beauty treatments, such as cosmetic surgery or cosmetics. Different in the sense it is not like making you look like someone else, but it helps you become a better, more beautiful version of you. We actually see this in the before and after photos of the people who come to us for these treatments. To share now some of our research, we have found that our body, the DNA in our cells, has particular characteristics that will affect how we think, our behavior, and how we react and act to what happens in our life. It is these characteristics that are at the root of this decay to our appearance. One of the key findings shared of our research is that our emotions and our thinking patterns are actually electronic signals, a type of faint radiation that can affect our bodily functions, even leading to damage and decay, very similar to the process of cooking using a microwave oven. For an explanation of our research into wellness and beauty and how we apply this understanding to create this new technology of quantum reprogramming, please watch our video, Introduction to Quantum Reprogramming. But now, in this video, we will share our research into the characteristics, meaning the emotions, the mindsets, that due to their radioactive nature will gradually over time cause a loss of facial beauty through the decay to our skin and our facial structure, to our bones and ligaments, giving us an older appearance, an appearance of aging. Using the viewing technology that we developed over 20 years of research, we can decipher the frequencies being emitted from our DNA. And this has enabled us to map the face to understand which emotions and which mindsets that together we could call characteristics are aging our face faster. What we have found is that wrinkles and lines are formed by anxiety, anger, and feeling negative or without hope, also jealousy. Pigmentation and darkening of the skin, we found, are caused by pessimism and grudge. The characteristics of sagging skin we find are suppressive frustration, dislike, pettiness, small-mindedness. In a way, these characteristics are related to being extreme, maybe black and white in the way we think, and finding it hard to become more flexible. Characteristics of bloatedness and face widening we find are to do with the chewing action, and also to nervousness, wanting to dominate or control. Just about chewing and eating a bit more. We find there's a link to beauty, and we'll be making a video in future about food and our diets. But for now, we would like to share that we have found that eating softer foods, cutting food into smaller pieces, eating less meat, and practicing intermittent fasting can all help our wellness and our appearance. In our quantum face reprogramming treatments, these characteristics we just mentioned are being reprogrammed. Yet we find that the more that people can understand these characteristics, then the more they can try to counteract these often destructive mindsets, and then our treatments can be an initiator of a change in direction towards a more kind, loving, considerate way of life, with more peace and improved relationships. It seems this more balanced state of mind towards an emotional equilibrium are the keys to beauty, beauty from the heart. Aging seems to be inevitable, but is there an underlying reason why some people seem to age faster than others? We think yes, there is. There may be such a reason. Most people have expectations of how they want things to be, but we have found in our research that this wanting can be the trigger that leads us to aging and ill health. If we keep on having expectations of wanting things, then it seems we will not get what we want, or we will feel that what happens is not right. This seems to be the formula of life itself, generating our anger, our dissatisfaction, disappointments, grudge, unhappiness, our fears, all these characteristics we mentioned above, causing us to age. So, If we can understand this simple but immensely powerful formula of life, how it works, then there is an alternative. The alternative is that you might as well go with the flow and make the best of your life and investigate what is there in front of you, presented to you, and see if this is something that you are missing in your life, rather than keep on wanting something else. And now to the Beauty PRT. The PRT, by the way, stands for Photon-Induced Reciprocal Therapy. As part of the beauty transformation process, several people also experience the Beauty PRT treatments just before the quantum face reprogramming. We would actually recommend doing these treatments together for a more optimal effect. But what is Beauty PRT? From our research, we observed that we each have a conscious program made up of the electronic data, which has been created by the past actions and emotions of our ancestors. And these carry a force and a momentum, which is very much active today and is constantly downloading its effect into our daily lives. This constitutes a major factor that directs our current emotions and thinking patterns through all our daily activities. Such forces are not only affecting the functionality of our organs and body systems, but they also contribute to an often inaccurate sense of perception of our daily happenings and may cause us to have extreme feelings or take measures which are really not warranted, and that then result in a series of consequences that will compile or add over time and complicate our lives, and most often leave us suffering more in the long run. In working with these forces and to help better manage our perceptions, our Institute's life engineers have devised codes that we project at specific points throughout the body that we have identified to be the channels through which these past data are being downloaded. For the Beauty PRT treatment, this point is just under position between our eyebrows. The codes that have been devised over our 25 years of research help to make more neutral and reduce the forces of the conscious programs, as compiled by our ancestors. As a result, we can be more poised, resulting in a finer balance in our emotional outlook. And because of this change in our conscious program at the cellular level, we can experience a healthier body, mind, and spirit, which are the keys to beauty. So actually we have a PR machine here. It's actually a small projector. I'll just turn it on. This is what we use in the treatments. And it's very faint, actually. So this is what we would project at a point just below the eyebrows, about here. Beauty PRT and quantum face reprogramming are two treatments working together, as Beauty PRT deals with the momentum and forces that propel us or trap us in a loop, whereas face reprogramming focuses more on re-educating the tissues of the cells to help reduce the emotions generated from being trapped. When one treatment is done after the other, it seems this can give the best effect. So here are some benefits of these beauty treatments. Benefits that can gradually accumulate over time, as reported by our clients, the people who have come to us. Enhanced facial symmetry, noticeably smoother lines, wrinkles, and reduced signs of aging. A toning, firming, and lifting effect, revitalizing the skin's elasticity. Smoother complexion and a brighter skin tone. A tightening of the skin at the neck and reduced appearance of necklines. More radiant and luminous eyes. An improved quality of sleep. Brings more clarity and improved perception and more harmony to relationships. And a feeling of calmness and emotional stability. A more natural and positive outlook towards life. So in summary, by changing our characteristics, it can help to lower the amount of radiation being emitted from our cells and bring about a more stable, more at ease, peaceful, and harmonious state of mind. And this is what is bringing more beauty from our hearts. So here's some information to help you prepare if you come for Beauty PRT and face reprogramming treatments. Both treatments done together take about 1 hour to complete. To prepare, please remove all your makeup and wash your face to make it nice and clean. Also remove eyeglasses, earrings, and necklaces. Before and after the treatment, we can take photos of your face so you can see the effect and it can be noticed. Please inform us before we start if you'd like these photos to be taken. After the photo and before we begin, we provide a hairnet or headband to keep your hair away from your face to help the treatment. The treatment is done while you relax on a massage table. Please turn your phone to silent and close your eyes to help you relax. We will then gradually apply a gel to your whole forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, and all your face and nose, and around your mouth, your chin, and the front of sides of your neck. We use a gentle brush to do this. For the first part of the treatment, the Beauty PRT part, we use a small projector as we've shown to project photon light to an area between your eyebrows. The light is gentle, as you saw, and you may even fall asleep during this process. This first part of the treatment takes about 15 minutes to complete. Then we use warm water to remove the gel from your face. As in the next part, the quantum face reprogramming, we use a different face product. We then start the face reprogramming. This part usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes, and after the technician applies a lotion to each area of your face in turn, they will then take some time to touch and rub to do the reprogramming. This treatment covers the whole forehead and face, the eyes, and the chin and the jaw, and the sides of the neck and behind the ears. Often people can fall asleep during this treatment, so afterwards we normally let you rest for a few minutes for a while, then you can wash your face and remove the lotion, and we can take an after photo if you requested one. During the process of these beauty treatments, people can enter a deep relaxation while the skin condition and a more youthful vitality is being restored. After the treatment, you may not feel or notice so much change immediately, because sometimes these changes can be minute and gradual and happen over a course of time. Often, it's the thinking patterns and emotions, these change first. But because people are not used to paying attention sometimes to these aspects, they may not realize what's happening or realize these changes. So we can help you how to be more aware and notice these changes in your mindsets and your emotions in future. To understand our beauty treatments, we could compare with cosmetic surgeries or cosmetic procedures, which are very popular these days. In these procedures, the aim could be to bring happiness or more confidence by altering our appearance to appear more beautiful. But with our beauty approach, we work to assist the inner self, our hearts and minds, so we feel more emotionally stable, more at ease, happier, and then, naturally, we can look more beautiful. And a type of beauty radiating from the inner you. So our approach, our treatments, sort of eases into your life. After some time, maybe you will get feedback from your friends that you are different. Maybe even they will not know exactly how to explain it. Though from the feedback that we have received from clients, from the people coming to us, we have heard there's some changes in their feelings towards their husbands maybe, seeing them or their wives, seeing them as more positive and more positive light. And also some clients have received feedback that their friends notice they have become more friendly. These are some examples of what can happen in these treatments which are suitable for men and for women. So just a personal sharing about quantum face reprogramming. I've been fortunate enough to be a technician for this for maybe 6 years now. And it's been an amazing experience. It's a lovely thing to give to people, to see people's joy and happiness afterwards. It's a great thing. I've also received it as well, many, many times. And just to say that it's interesting because being a guy doing this, most of our clients maybe are women, and we have some male clients as well. So it's suitable for both genders, men and women, but most clients are women. And it's interesting some of the feedback we've got, or that I've got as a technician, because for my change in my personal life coming here, I used to be a very angry and aggressive person, all my life really, until I came to this institute and started to change my mindsets and the way I am about life. And that is how basically we work as technicians. It's through our change that we're able then, as we said, to magnetize or change the way of the people who come to us. So it's interesting that this reduction in my aggression, then when applied through the face reprogramming service to ladies, sometimes they will report that after the service, they've said to me, wow, after this treatment, I feel more feminine. So basically, if we think of the logic of what we shared in the video, was that it's reduced the lady's aggression, maybe the anger, and then her femininity can naturally come out. It's very interesting, isn't it? So it's through the understanding of this, the science of this, can really affect how we feel about life. Thanks.